Hey guys, Sableye VGC here, back again with some more crazy climbing action. And today will be our final episode with the Zygarde team, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. Now, as always guys, if you have any team suggestions, feel free to leave them in the description down below. Even if it is just one Pokemon, I will try to feature it the best I can, because I want to bring you guys some good content as well. I don't want to just build teams that I'm interested in, I want to see what you guys are interested in as well. So immediately into the first battle here. And we've got Groudon, Venusaur, another Zygarde, Tapu Koko, Incineroar, and Ludicolo. Let me just turn the volume up there. Okay, so we've got, what I like here is I like our Zygarde, because I think it can really wall out everything he can do. But as we learned last episode, it's important for us to get our Zygarde set up first. So I think I'm going to immediately lead Tapu Fini Zygarde. Following in the back, I feel like Solgaleo could be really good if I can have Groudon go down. So I'm going to bring Solgaleo, and I'm going to bring Clefairy just because we haven't featured it too much, and I think it could put in some work here. Okay, so Fini and Zygarde come out, Groudon and Incineroar come out just fine. That's fine by me, I think. He's probably going to fake out Zygarde. The thing is, I could just let him fake out Zygarde, take the damage and get a self-swagger off. Or what I could do is go for a Muddy Water. I could also double protect. But I think I am going to go Muddy Water and protect here, because the fake out should go into Zygarde. And the fake out does go into Zygarde. Thunder Punch from the Groudon. That is very interesting, to say the least. What I'm going to do right now is hard swap into Clefairy and start getting some coils off. Hopefully this Incineroar will not have Roar, because that could put a damper on the mood. I expect him just to either Roar the Zygarde out, or just Flare Blitz into it, or knock off potentially. And then he'll probably just Thunder Punch to Fini again. But he could also switch out and try to gain some positioning. He does protect Incineroar, fine by me. Thunder Punch into Clefairy is fine. And there's a coil. Perfect. I'm personally just going to protect Clefairy and coil once again. And we're just really hoping right now that he does not have Roar. If he has Roar, it's going to be a lot tougher of a battle. I kind of expect him to double into Clefairy is why I'm protecting here. So Venusaur comes in, I'm fine with that. Coil up from Zygarde. Incineroar goes knockoff into Clefairy, just fine by me. Okay, so what I want to do here is I want to follow me to make sure everything's going into Clefairy, and I'm just going to click 1000 Arrows. Because at +1 attack, right now Zygarde is going to start putting in some work. There's the follow me, Grass Knot into Clefairy for no damage. 1000 Arrows comes off, does not pick up Incineroar surprisingly. It gets a berry off and goes for knockoff, just fine by me. What I want to do is I'm just going to protect this time, and I'm going to 1000 Arrows again. My goal right now is to keep Clefairy on the field as long as possible, because it will help Zygarde take less damage from any attacks. And I also think he's going to target into it, so. Protects Venusaur is fine. Protecting Clefairy is fine. 1000 Arrows is just fine by me, that should pick up the Incineroar. Perfect. So the sun goes down, but he'd probably bring Groudon back in to give Venusaur the speed advantage again. Yep, Groudon does come back in. I am just going to click follow me again and 1000 Arrows. That should be an easy knockout onto Venusaur. Probably bring Groudon down to another 1000 Arrows range. Follow me comes out. He goes Grass Knot. Clefairy's still living that, which is fantastic. P-Blades from the Groudon. Zygarde dodging, which is very fortunate on our end. Picks up the Venusaur. Groudon takes that surprisingly well. I'm going to come into Fini, because Solgaleo is not safe with the Groudon on the field. And Tapu Koko being revealed as my opponent's last Pokemon here. So immediately what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to protect and go for 1000 Arrows. I think we should have this one as long as nothing crazy happens. No crits or anything. Grass Knot into Zygarde from the Koko is fine. P-Blades, as long as that doesn't crit, we're good. We're still good at 52%. 1000 Arrows comes off, kills Tapu Koko, and we're an extreme speed away from winning this one. But I will Moonblast. Yeah, and he does just forfeit. So we take our first win in this one, and let's jump right into the next one. The important part about that battle was as soon as I got Clefairy on the field, he couldn't stop my Zygarde from just setting up. So once Zygarde was set up, we just kind of took over. Very tough battle here with the Tornadus, Kyogre, Xerneas, Incineroar, Kartana, and Amoonguss. This team did just win a regional, so this could be a very good match. I think Zygarde probably has the underdog here. I feel like the Xerneas team is just better in all regards, but I could be wrong. We're gonna try to win this one anyways. I really like Solgaleo here. If we can protect Solgaleo long enough, I think we should be good. I'm gonna lead Clefairy Solgaleo. Because of the Tornadus, I don't really want to bring Venusaur, but I have to bring Zygarde, so that's gonna come for sure. Incineroar, I could make a case for Incineroar or Venusaur here. Personally, I really want Venusaur because it's another option for the Xerneas. So I am just going to bring Venusaur into this one. But he does lead Torn Incineroar, so I'm okay with that. Solgaleo, Clefairy on our end. He can't intimidate me, which is perfect. I'm going to protect Clefairy here. Might just switch into Zygarde as well. I'm going to Superpower and I'm going to try to get rid of this Incineroar immediately. But he's probably going to fake out Solgaleo. He does. Okay, that's fine. Taunt. Taunt does go into Clefairy, which is fine. So if he's going to taunt me, I'm going to swap Harden to Venusaur and just kill this Incineroar here. Now I could make a case and go for, or make a read, sorry, and go for Sunsteel Strike into Incineroar, predicting the Xerneas to come in. But I feel like it's way too early in the battle to call that. So I'm not going to bother with that kind of read right now. The taunt does just go into Venusaur. Superpower into Incineroar. We'll pick up the knockout for free. Perfect. Now, he wants to come into Venusaur here because Solgaleo is -1 attack, so he should be able to be free to set it up. But he doesn't have the rain up to kill Venusaur, so he's going to bring in Kyogre because he wants to get that 100% accurate Hurricane off. I'm going to swap immediately back into Clefairy and just protect my Solgaleo for right now. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that the other way. I'm going to take a straight up Grass Knot and then swap into Clefairy over here. So hopefully this will not be Scarf Kyogre, but the regional winning team did have Scarf Kyogre, I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe it did have Scarf Kyogre. Most reindeer variants do. So if that's Scarf Kyogre, we could be in for a bit of a ride, a tough time. But if it's not Scarf Kyogre, Solgaleo should just be able to outspeed and kill it. So as we wait for our opponent to make the move here, my prediction here is Kyogre either protects or spouts, and then Tornadus goes for a Hurricane or a Tailwind. Water Spout does just come off, and it is indeed Scarf, but he Hurricanes into the Clefairy, leaving Venusaur free to get a Grass Knot off into Kyogre, which is perfect. Now, this leaves Zygarde in for free. I'm going to swap into Solgaleo so I don't lose my Venusaur just yet, and I'm going to go E-Speed immediately into this Kyogre. Okay, so he does swap out into Xerneas, which is smart on his end. Solgaleo comes in. E-Speed into Xerneas, which is fine by me. Tornadus goes for Hurricane. Not going to bother me at all. Now, Xerneas wants to protect here, but at the same time, that's a really obvious protect. So I feel like he might go for the Geomancy when I'm not expecting it. So I am going to Sunsteel Strike anyways, because it'll also kill the Switch-In. And I'm just going 2,000 arrows, because it will hit Tornadus even though he's in the air, because that's what 1,000 arrows does. So he's thinking about whether or not he wants to protect Xerneas here or not. He might switch into Kyogre, but the thing is now Kyogre's too low in health to even take the Sunsteel Strike from Solgaleo. So he does just protect Xerneas, which is fine. Hurricane into Solgaleo doesn't bother me. Sunsteel Strike into the protect. And Zygarde goes 1,000 arrows. Hits Tornadus, and now it's smacked down, which is perfect. Not that it matters. Another Sunsteel Strike right into Xerneas. And I'm going to click 1,000 arrows again. The only issue that I could see right now is if he manages to chip Solgaleo to a point where Xerneas can kill it with a Moonblast, like he just did. So this game is not over just yet. So Tornadus does go down, which is really, really good there for us. Venusaur coming in should be able to win this for us now. because Zygarde E-Speed will kill Kyogre, and then Sludge Bomb from my Venusaur here will pick up the knockout on Xerneas. Now even if Xerneas gets the Geomancy off right now, Sludge Bomb plus an E-Speed will be able to pick up that knockout, so I'm not too concerned. E-Speed into Kyogre for the kill, which is perfect. Moonblast from the Xerneas. Venusaur surviving. Venusaur dropping the Sludge Bomb. That's GG for this one. And we're going to jump into one third and final match. So hopefully we can go 3 for 3 in our final matchup, our final battles with Zygarde. And we're going to play Klefka, rocking a similar team, only they have the Drift Lele combination in front of the Xerneas and Kyogre. This is pretty scary, but I think I'm okay just because we have the Tapu Fini. So once again, I'm going to lead Solgaleo immediately, but this time I'm going to lead it beside Fini instead of... I think I led Clefairy last time, right? I don't know. Either way, I'm going to lead Fini Solgaleo into this battle. The issue here could be Smeargle if he leads Smeargle. I'm going to bring Zygarde. Do I want Zygarde? The thing about Zygarde is it's really, really good if I can get it set up before the Xerneas gets set up. But the moment Xerneas is set up before Zygarde set up, Zygarde is just completely useless in this matchup. If I can position Incineroar well, that could be really good. So I'm going to bring Incineroar in the back, and I am going to bring Venusaur instead of Zygarde. Yeah, because he's going to go hard Xerneas lead here, and this becomes an issue for me. So he's going to go follow me with Smeargle. I'm going to go Muddy Water. And I am just going to go Sunsteel Strike. This way I can get rid of the Smeargle as fast as I possibly can. But the issue is that I see oh, he actually fakes out, which is okay for me. There's a Geomancy, just fine. Muddy Water coming out, actually missing Smeargle, which could be bad for us. The issue here is Smeargle just keeps going for follow me, and as soon as I knock out Smeargle, the Scarf Kyogre comes in, and literally the Scarf Kyogre plus the Dazzling Gleam from the Xerneas pretty much kills my entire team. So I'm going to have to be a little bit creative here and hope for some Muddy Accuracy drops. I'm going to go for Sunsteel Strike in case he doesn't follow me. He does just follow me, so all of a sudden we're in a pretty big deficit here. Sash into Smeargle. That's fine. Muddy Water, can I get the accuracy drop? I cannot, that's fine. Scarf Kyogre probably does come in now. And honestly, I think from here this game is just over. I could be wrong. I'm going to try and pull something back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Muddy Water, and I'm just going to protect Solgaleo this turn. Hopefully maybe he'll like protect Xerneas or something, because that would allow me back into this, but he does not. Water Spout to Kyogre. Okay, so here's where things become interesting. I'm going to bring in Incineroar. I'm assuming that's Choice Scarf Kyogre. Now, because he doesn't want to switch out Xerneas, I'm safe to simply fake out into Kyogre. However, if he switches that spot into Tapu Lele and protects Xerneas, he's back in a good position. So what I want to do is I'm just going to fake out, and I think I'm just going to Zen Headbutt into the Kyogre. He does switch out into Lele, but he should be protecting Xerneas regardless. He does not, so I could have gone for that safe Sunsteel. I die anyways, never mind. So it looks like at this point we're going to lose this game. So not a very good ending to the Zygarde team, but that's alright. I think it put in some work. Like I said, going into the second battle, I don't like the matchup against Reindeer. So, I do knock off the Tapu Lele here just for good measure. Life Orb comes off. I'll click U-turn just for the sake of clicking U-turn because it doesn't really matter. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Look forward to a new team next time, and thanks for watching.